everyone, and welcome back to the monthly rambles. First off, happy Pride Month. I made some newish art for the occasion. I like it. It's simple and cute. I wanted to do something a little more elaborate, but I didn't end up having enough time this month. It's so good to see you all here again today. This month has been pretty busy, which is good. That means there's a lot to talk about. First things first, some of my coworkers found my YouTube channel recently, and while that's been a bit embarrassing, they've all been really nice, and they said they like it so far, so that's good. Some of them even subscribed, which was very nice of them. Hi, if you're watching, you know who you are. I tend to forget a lot of the time when I post anything on the internet that it's out there for the whole wide world to see, and it's not just my little corner of the internet. That's something I'm still coming to terms with, because it's like, no, this is my corner of the internet. What are you doing? Go get your own corner of the internet. Something else I wanted to bring up is I've been looking into VTubers lately. If you don't know what a VTuber is, they're virtual reality YouTubers. They have these avatars that they make in this program that they use instead of a face cam. I've been thinking about making one just for fun. I've been looking into Vroid Studio because it's free, and I really like the results of it. The models are pretty lively, and just by the sheer number of these popping up lately on YouTube is it's kind of crazy. It seems like the program is fairly easy to learn and use too, so that's always a big plus. It also just looks like it would be a lot of fun to have one, so I'll look into that more soon and let you guys know how that goes. You may occasionally just get funny Vroid avatar videos, I don't know yet. I have some news. Guess who's finally not behind in school and having to play catch up? Ugh, it's so nice not to have to worry about that kind of thing. I'm actually a little bit ahead. Right now, I'm doing a practical writing and communications course, and it's going pretty well. I'm having to write this essay about a memory of mine, and it had to be between 750 to 2,500 words, and it has to be about myself. So that's a huge challenge for me. And it's not like I don't have any memories to write about, it's just I really don't like writing about myself, if that makes sense. I just don't have a lot to say when it comes to myself. Like, if you want to know something, I'll just tell you. I'd honestly rather be writing fan fiction or an original story. I can pump those out pretty quick. Another thing is I really don't like sharing my writing, and I've only found that out recently through doing this program. It's just because I don't know if I'm really any good at it, and being good at writing is very subjective, like any other art form. But I don't know. Writing to me, for some reason, is so much more personal than like drawing or painting. And, maybe I only feel that way because I haven't been doing it consistently enough to hold a lot of confidence in myself to want to show off my writing to other people. I'd love to know what you guys think about it. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Quick update as I'm recording this. I finished my essay and submitted it for grading, so wish me luck, guys. I really hope I did well. Let's move on to the biggest news of this month. So it was my little brother's birthday this month, June 18th. He turned 20 this year. Freaking 20 years old. That's mind-blowing to me, because there's like a 6 to 7 year age gap between us, depending on who had their birthday. And I swear, I can blink and be right back into that moment where he was first born, and he was just a little bitty baby, and I was changing his diapers. I blink again, and he's 20. It simultaneously does and doesn't feel like it's been that long. It's insane how fast time moves. It really is. Existential crisis aside, we had a lovely time. We went to a few stores. I'll show you what I scored in a minute. I'm going to talk about the sushi we had first. Random tidbit about me, I love sushi. Like, insanely love sushi. We went to this local place around where the old mall was. We haven't been able to have sushi since the pandemic started. Well, before that, actually, because we lost our car. So it had been like 2 to 3 years since I last had any. We finally got to go on his birthday because Dad and I, not so subtly, kindly, but aggressively suggested it. And man, it was killer. They came out with a few new rolls since the last time we were there, and it was so good. It was so flavorful, and I really, 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 really want to go back. It's probably because I haven't had it in a really long time, but it was really tasty, and I really, really enjoyed it. So while we were out birthday shopping, we went to this local game store in my town, and I found these bad boys. I'm gonna show off Deku first. Here's Aizawa. I believe you can order these off Amazon. They're the brand Presto brand of figures. And I only know that because I had looked these up a few years before. They used to be super cheap online, and I was looking at them today, and now they're up to like $80, which is mind blowing. I was super lucky though. The shop where I got them at was selling them super cheap because they were, secondhand used figures. Aizawa was about $20 and Deku was 15. Deku was in amazing shape. I didn't have to do anything to him. Aizawa, on the other hand, needed a lot of TLC. His leg, the one that's bent, kept falling out, and the scarf bit that he has stretched out was completely detached from him. But it wasn't anything a little E6000 glue and some rubber bands couldn't fix. I'd only thought about it after I'd fixed him, but I really should have taken some before and after video or before and after pictures that I could have put in here. That would have been cool. He was already rubber banded and glued in place when I thought about it, but oh well, next time, right? They had Ida and All Might too, but I was only really gonna get Aizawa at first, and my dad saw Deku and he knew he was my favorite. So he said I could just grab them both and pay him back later, which was awesome. That makes 4 Deku figures I have in total now. I really like Deku. He's such a sweet baby boy, and I just want him to be okay. I really want to get the Shigaraki one too, but I told myself no more figures till I get my own place. Because A, I'm running out of room, and B, Shiggy's like $60 on Amazon, and that's too rich for my blood. Speaking of My Hero Academia, for just a little while longer, I finally made it to season 4. Season 3 was amazing. So far, season 4 is starting off really strong. And if you've been thinking about watching My Hero Academia, I say just dive in. It's super fun and suspenseful, and the seasons only are like 25 episodes long. There's 25 episodes per season, and they're only like 30 minutes, and there's 4 completed seasons. Season 5 at the time of recording is still being released, but oh my god, it is so worth it, guys. I know there's another movie out and season 5 to watch. Once season 5 is over, I'm gonna start reading the manga. I've been getting all kinds of spoilers because it's hard not to on social media, but man, I'm so worried about Deku. My poor baby is getting his butt kicked left and right. I can't stand it. I want to protect him. He's a good boy. He doesn't need that. I've got a little bit of sad, but also good news. Kentucky, my sort of pet chicken, is gone. I'm thinking her family found her and took her back home, which is good. I want her to be safe and back home with her family. We were keeping an eye on her, keeping her watered and fed as best we could. I'm guessing her family had to live close by because she would always just wander around in our yard and was super tame and sweet. She wasn't scared of people one bit, but she wouldn't come running up to them either. Sadly, no, I didn't get to pet her before she went home. I can't remember if it was my boyfriend or my cousin who said this, but one of them said, "What if she didn't get taken home, and instead somebody took her so they could eat her?" And I said, "I'm choosing to believe we live in a nice world, and not the one you just created." But yeah, I'm happy she's happy and safe at home with her family that loved and missed her. I'm glad to have had her around for the time that I did. She was a nice little ray of sunshine when all that bad stuff was happening. Before I end today's episode, I've got bittersweet news. When Shirley had passed, they'd asked us if we wanted a print of his paw, and I wasn't really paying attention in my grief stricken state to really register what she had said, so I just nodded. We left, and about a month later they called us to say his paw print was ready. We were all confused because Dad and I had ran out of there before we could get any more information about it because it was just too heartbreaking to be in there. This is what his paw print looks like. They made it from air dry clay, and I really wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting like a paw print on a piece of paper. They got his name wrong, but if you saw the last episode, you know why they got his name wrong, and that's okay. I know that's my baby's paw, and I started crying when I got home and saw it in my room. I get such a mix of emotions looking at it and having it, but it makes me more happy than anything else. I make sure to touch his paw at least once a day before I leave the house, and it makes me feel better when I do. I miss him, and nothing is ever going to change the fact that he's gone, but having this makes it a little bit easier to deal with. I'm sorry to end on such a somber note, but that's just how life goes sometimes, you know? Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to listen to me. It really means a lot. I hope you had a good June, and I'm looking forward to July, and I hope you are too. Please be safe, be kind, and remember, things are always going to be okay. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.